Hello people of YouTube, Pixie here, and today on my channel we are doing a community college advice video. And I'm super excited because I got some tips for you if you are in community college or if you're planning on going to community college. So let's just get started with tip numero uno. So first things first, I know this may sound basic, but really it's really important to make sure you know which classes that you need to transfer to whatever school you are trying to transfer to. So it is like super crucial that you complete most, if not all, of those major requirements before transferring to said school. And like different schools have different requirements. I know before I transferred, I kind of figured they would have similar requirements, or if not all the same. They totally didn't. They had completely different requirements. I mean, not all of them. Some of them were the same classes, but a lot of them were different. And you kind of have to just decide like what are your top schools or top 5 schools, you know, and pick what classes they need you to have before you transfer. And then after that, you take them, and whatever school you decide to go to, it's cool because you have those classes, you can transfer them on over. I always use assist.org. I will like link that right here and in the description. And also it's important to also finish your general ed. I mean, you don't have to, but I recommend it if you have the time in your schedule. It's like super awesome to have that completed by the time you transfer. And yeah, just makes things a whole lot easier for you in the future. So yeah, make sure you know which classes correspond to which school. That's so important. I can't stress that enough. So yeah, moving on. Tip 2 is to don't be afraid to call the schools that you want to transfer to. They have like a number normally that you can call, either the admissions office or someone who you can talk to about like your transfer requirements and all that good stuff. Don't be afraid to call them and ask them questions. Don't be afraid to email them. That's what they're there for. They want you to come to their school, so you should definitely utilize that resource. I always called UCLA and UC Berkeley about questions that I had in case I wasn't like entirely sure, which brings me to tip number 3. Is go talk to your counselor, but also take what they say with a grain of salt. And I know they're there to help you, but it is just so important to remember that they can't possibly know every single thing about every single school you want to transfer to. They have to deal with a wide array of students, and there's just no way for them to know all of the requirements for every single student, for every single major, for every single school. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're talking to them. They do, for the most part, know what they're talking about, but it's always important to just like double check things with the specific school you want to go to or specific schools you want to go to, because it's just impossible for them to know every single detailed piece of information. And yeah, so. And tip number 4 is to make sure, if you have time in your schedule, to join some kind of club, join some kind of group that you actually want to be a part of. And I think this is really important to keep in mind that when you are applying, it looks better on an application if you have like 2 to 3 solid extracurricular activities than like a whole laundry list of them. They don't want just a box checker, they want someone who's actually passionate about what they're doing. And you want to kind of be able to pull from like whatever clubs you've been in. You kind of want to pull for that on your application, on your personal statement, so you can kind of tie those two together. And if you have time, definitely try to run for like a leadership position. It shows that you have, you know, leadership qualities. It shows that you've taken the initiative with your club, and it just actually just a great opportunity in general, because you get to like learn more about the club, you get to learn more about the field that you're trying to pursue, and it really is more than just like something you want to have on your resume. It's like it helps you become like a better person, a better leader. It helps you communicate more effectively with people. So I highly recommend joining clubs. You make a lot of friends, all of that good stuff. Also, going along with friends, I think we're on step number 5 or tip number 5, and I would say with that, with people in your clubs, people in your classes, meet new people, form study groups with them, and if you can help it, try to like find a really good study place for you and something that works with you. Something that worked with me was going to like the tutoring center. Like, utilize those resources on campus. That's what they're there for. They want to help you, so definitely study somewhere where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you're gonna get a lot of work done. If you feel like you want to study with a group of friends and that's something that helps you, then definitely do that. If you're better on your own, then I recommend doing that. Just find something that works for you and like stick with that. And I know it's hard, and I know there's gonna be times where you don't want to study and you have other stuff to do, but like just stick to that kind of thing and stick to a good study space, and it will like help you so much. And my last tip, which I thought was gonna be number 5, but it's not, number 6, it's probably the most important tip. I almost forgot it. Can't believe I almost forgot it. Anyway, basically, tip number 6 is to just relax. Like, I know it's a stressful time. I've been there, trust me, I know. But honestly, the healthiest thing you can do for like you and your sanity and your body is to just relax. And whatever happens is going to happen, and you know, don't stress yourself out. Even if you don't get into the school that you want to, it will all work out, it will all be fine. You are smarter than you think, and that's all I can really say is just try to relax as much as you possibly can, even though I know it's incredibly stressful time in your life. So, but yeah, always like try to stay positive throughout the whole entire scenario. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. And I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. It just lets you know when I make new videos, which I do every single week. So you're gonna wanna click this and join our family. It's awesome. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. As always, feel free to comment below, send me messages, prettyandpixie@gmail.com. Also, feel free to follow me at prettyandpixie on Instagram. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video.